January is a time for reflection, renewal, and intentional action. It's a moment to disappear into yourself, rebuild quietly, and come back stronger, deliberately unreachable by distractions. Greatness isn't about sudden bursts of brilliance. It is a series of small, consistent actions done well. It is built day by day, Monday on top of Tuesday, week after week, without breaks or shortcuts. True greatness evolves constant, yet never stays the same. Fear is often the barrier that keeps us from living our dreams. Abraham Maslow said that life is about growth. We can either remain in our comfort zone, where growth is impossible, or face our fears repeatedly to evolve. Difficult decisions are a hallmark of growth. When faced with two paths, the harder one is usually the right one. If it weren't, you would naturally take the easier choice. Distractions lead to detours, detours lead to delays, and delays can derail your life. Focus and discipline are what allow you to achieve results, not approval from others. The mind is both your most powerful weapon and your most dangerous enemy. A person who thinks constantly without action loses touch with reality and lives in illusions. Humans have the unique ability to imagine and create from nothing, and the dream is what drives achievement. You are not defined by your past mistakes. They are lessons, not limitations. Fuel your growth with what you've learned, and commit to never repeating the errors of the past. The accomplishments of yesterday do not predict the future. The rent is due every day. Even those who achieved great things before you still fell short of their potential. True mastery comes from controlling your mind and directing your focus. Pain has two sides, suffering and effort. While suffering hurts, effort leads to growth, glory, and transformation. Many people avoid difficult action out of fear, but forcing yourself to act builds confidence, resilience, and discipline. Life inevitably moves forward, but whether we grow with it is a choice. Taking a stand, rather than following the crowd, allows you to live a life of meaning, achievement, and substance. Encouragement, both self-directed and from others, is a key part of growth. Turning nothing into something begins with ideas and imagination. Though intangible, imagination is real and essential. The first step toward building something meaningful is to envision possibilities, then act on them. Dedicate yourself to a cause larger than yourself. The quality of life is determined by the intensity of your dedication. Struggle and loss are inevitable, but they are the crucibles that forge character. Success is not optional. It comes to those who refuse to settle for mediocrity. Failure is the price of greatness, and resilience the willingness to make mistakes and endure discomfort is essential. Growth is hard work, but the alternative is leaving potential and experiences untapped. Passion and purpose are not accidental. They must be pursued intentionally. Each day provides the opportunity to align your actions with your purpose. Optimism is believing in a brighter future while acknowledging reality. Complacency and blind positivity have no place in this process. Life's challenges and hardships contain lessons that strengthen you for the future. You are never truly alone in your struggles. Faith in your ability to overcome them is critical. Talent is not. The starting point. Action is. Start now. Take small steps consistently and commit to the process. Waiting only reinforces inertia, while action shifts your reality. Decision-making is crucial. People are often paralyzed by possibilities, yet the path forward requires commitment and action. The present moment is the only time to act. Procrastination allows life to pass by. Your choices today shape your future self. Short-term pain leads to long-term gain, while short-term pleasure often brings long-term suffering. Life is a series of sprints within a marathon, where setbacks, failures, and successes constantly evolve. Understanding the difference between sadness from lack of clarity and anxiety from too many choices helps you prioritize and act effectively. The quality of life is controlled by meaning and emotion. The meaning you give to experiences shapes your emotional responses. Develop urgency and dependability. The speed and decisiveness with which you act determine future opportunities. Progress often feels invisible, but compounding effort eventually yields significant results. The narratives we tell ourselves shape our reality, and revising these stories from a broader perspective helps us align with truth, love, and authenticity. Hope comes from understanding that the future is within your control. Your next level of growth often requires going inward, not upward. Experiences, including failure and hardship, teach resilience, character, and self-knowledge. Life's challenges break you, not to destroy, but to reveal your potential. Pain and discomfort are temporary, yet enduring them transforms you into a stronger, more capable version of yourself. Your hunger for achievement may have been dormant, but awakening it requires confronting fear, embracing discipline, and refusing mediocrity. Breakthroughs occur when you decide to stop tolerating less and demand more of yourself. Greatness requires continual renewal. Each next level of life demands a new version of you, an upgraded, refined self. Courage does not always roar. It is often the quiet determination to try again tomorrow. Every great achievement starts with stepping into the unknown, facing uncertainty, and taking the first step despite fear. Feeling lost, uncertain, or inadequate is normal. These are temporary states, not permanent conditions. Life is long, but if you might embrace the journey fully, without regrets or hesitation. Character is formed through perseverance, experience, and consistent action. You get to choose your heart and the values by which you live. The only competition is yourself. Improving day by day, consistently, shapes a life of growth, abundance, and fulfillment. Pursue experiences, embrace challenges, and allow mistakes to teach rather than define you. Intentional action, guided by purpose and curiosity, leads to mastery, self-respect, and fulfillment. Success is earned in the shadows, in the small, unseen actions of consistency and discipline. It's not what you say, but what you do that produces results. Honor your commitments to yourself with the same seriousness you would expect from others. Reflection, self-improvement, and accountability are central to growth. Transform your life by aligning your daily choices with your long-term goals, consistently pushing beyond comfort, and refusing to settle for mediocrity. Life will test you. It will reveal whether you truly want what you claim to want. People often underestimate their potential and overestimate others, believing greatness is reserved for the special few. In reality, success is guaranteed for those committed to the process, to their values, and to causes larger than themselves. Focus on the journey, not just the destination. The process itself refines character, builds skill, and creates fulfillment. The path to excellence is lifelong. There is no final destination, only continuous growth. Align your actions with your passions. Pursue your purpose relentlessly, and embrace both struggle and joy. Courage, intentionality, and persistence are required to turn dreams into reality. Life's most sacred offerings are your labor and effort, the dedication you bring to your craft, your values, and your purpose. When no one is watching, your work defines your character and ultimately determines your success. Stop waiting for permission, validation, or the perfect moment. Act now. Life rewards action and commitment. Disappointments are inevitable, but resilience allows you to grow stronger, wiser, and more capable. Every hardship is an opportunity to improve. Every failure, a lesson. Every small victory, a building block toward greatness. The winters of life will not change, but you can. Your growth and success depend on how you respond to challenges, how you endure discomfort, and how relentlessly you pursue your purpose. Your choices, thoughts, and actions today shape your future, one step at a time, one day at a time. Your life transforms. Avoid short-term gratification in favor of long-term fulfillment. Embrace hardship, endure temporary pain, and persist through setbacks. The journey is your teacher. Mastery comes from consistent action, reflection, and commitment. Life is both hard and beautiful. Choose your heart. Pursue your passion, and live intentionally. Greatness is your responsibility. You are born with the potential for self-actualization and contribution. Aligned with your highest values, pursue a cause larger than yourself, and continually refine the person you are becoming. The present moment is your opportunity to act. Procrastination and distraction are your enemies. Take ownership of your life. Embrace discomfort and cultivate resilience, perseverance, and purpose. Your journey toward greatness begins with action, commitment, and the courage to persist despite fear. The ultimate truth, the person you are becoming, shaped by consistent effort, intentional action, and enduring challenges, is the highest version of yourself. This is your duty to yourself, to those you serve, and to the world. The path of greatness is available to everyone willing to endure, to persist, and to act with purpose. Life is a continuous journey of alignment, growth, and contribution. There is no final destination, only the ongoing pursuit of excellence, mastery, and fulfillment. If this message hit you, comment iron below. This channel isn't for everyone, only for those who choose discipline over comfort. Subscribe if you re one of Tim. I'll see you at the top.